every day. And despite the distribution of a vaccine, new variants of the virus are being discovered all over the world, which means in addition to the painful human toll, financial and economic distresses are likely to linger for much longer than experts anticipated. All of these determinants and many others are already shaking our country to the core. And at this point, it's hard to tell how much more our institutions can sustain before they inevitably start to disintegrate. The idea of a societal collapse may sound too absurd for some, but so does the idea that widespread business shutdowns prompted by a fatal viral infection would lead the world's wealthiest nation to an economic downturn of unprecedented proportions. And look where we are now. The truth is that every society that ever existed has hit a breaking point. And we would be foolish to think that ours would be immune from a generalized meltdown. That's why today, inspired by an article authored by Richard Miller and published on the Urban Survival website, we're going to analyze the 3 most likely ways the United States could collapse into chaos in the near future. So stay with us. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and share this video and subscribe to our channel to keep updated with the next chapters of the 21st century economic depression. At this stage of the crisis, we can already argue that it takes more than a steep economic crisis to set off a societal collapse. But that's definitely a first step into chaos. The United States has proved to be incredibly resilient, even after having faced numerous catastrophes. In 2008, both the economy and the financial markets have experienced one of the deepest recessions ever recorded. But eventually, we were able to recover from the blow. Throughout the years, many of us have witnessed massive terror strikes, cyber attacks, political embargoes, several contested elections, even a Japanese sneak offensive, but every time the nation managed to emerge more powerful than before. America has repeatedly shown its strength to the world, and it's clear that it takes much more than a single adversary to knock us down. But it's crucial to consider that each crisis can fuel another and become compounding issues that lead to terrible calamities. For instance, the Soviet Union fell apart due to extensive failures on the system that resulted in an unsustainable situation. It started small, with minor secession movements in the Balkan regions that gradually began to incite chaos all over the Soviet Empire, to the point a coup attempt was made, since client states lost confidence in the government. Over the course of just a few short months, the whole empire went down. In short, this means that for the United States to experience a similar decay, we would have to undergo a series of challenges that all culminated in a collective loss of confidence in the federal government, with large regions of the country deciding they would be better off on their own. As Miller described in his article, in order for a nation like the United States to fully collapse, it would need to be the victim of cascading failures. This is a process where a failure triggers further shortcomings in a system of interrelated, interconnected parts. We could take the recent Texas power grid failure as an example. All it took was an ice storm to make the entire state go dark. For days, there was no electricity, no natural gas, therefore no heating, no water, and in some cases, no food for millions of families. One of the most imposing states in the United States suddenly became a third world country due to a power outage. But one What if our national power grid went down for a prolonged time period? According to Miller's viewpoint, if the whole nation went dark, most water and wastewater systems would also stop working. We would lose internet connection and telecommunication systems, and there would be a halt to fuel pipelines. In face of the combined failure of all these systems, no society would be able to function as it used to, and eventually new infrastructure would arise, new borders would be drawn. Thomas E. Griffith, Jr., a major at the U.S. Air Force, wrote in a paper titled Strategic Attack of the National Electric Systems that experts believe the lack of power would stop almost any form of modern transport.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or you...
Transportation. There would be no rapid transit, no elevators. Also, the lack of power would cause difficulties in driving because of problems with traffic signals. Shipping would be disrupted because ships could not be unloaded at the port. Eliminating power would also cause water supply distribution problems and fire hazards. Civil conflicts, health and hunger crises, as well as infrastructure breakdowns can all act as key pressure points that could ultimately cause our society to crack once they become prolonged issues. When a society starts to crumble, it's only a matter of time until its foundations finally shatter. America, just as the ancient Roman Empire, is just too big to fail due to one single dramatic collapse. But like the Romans, we will probably see a separation of our states as political disputes and wealth disparities have been largely expanding social divides. Each state is now divided between red and blue, and considering our growing differences, it's very likely that in a scenario of societal collapse, each one of them would react differently. We've seen multiple examples of powerful and expansive federations fall apart and dissolve into warring factions, Miller said. It happened with the Roman Empire, the Mongols, the Chinese, honestly, everywhere if you go back far enough. Regardless of why the U.S. collapses, balkanization is likely to be how it collapses, he pointed out. During the American Civil Conflict, we almost saw this event happening, and the fact that a large nation such as the United States, which has so many diverse cultures, managed to stay together for as long as it has, is relatively exceptional in world history. But no matter what triggers a societal collapse in the U.S., the consequences of it will be translated into a continent fractured into smaller regions that might be hostile with one another. I do see some unnerving parallels between the current American political environment and those in the former Soviet Union and former Yugoslavia in the 1990s. The combination of constitutional crises, national demagoguery, weak institutions proved fatal to national unity in those cases, spawning wars that tore countries apart and killed hundreds of thousands of people, said Robert E. Hamilton, the Associate Professor of Eurasian Studies.
NatureMade offers scientifically informed solutions to help support restful sleep. Choose the strength, form, and blend
Studies at the USAW College. With all that said, before revealing the three possible causes, or at least most critical events that could result in a cascading failure of all the U.S. systems, it's important to remember that you can always be prepared in advance not to be caught off guard and see your whole life turn upside down overnight. Just like we've seen in 2020, those who had planned and prepared for the worst case scenario before the meltdown started did much better than the ones who have to cope with empty shelves and empty wallets. As we have stressed in many of our previous videos, there's more to life than civilization as we know it. So without further ado, here are the 3 triggers that could lead America to a societal collapse. Number 1, the worsening of the health crisis and an authoritarian response. Throughout world history, plagues were oftentimes key factors that led entire societies to an eventual downfall. Pests and disease have caused incalculable damage to humanity over the ages, and we've seen that such crises generate multiple others. The current sanitary outbreak has shut down our economy and devastated our population with widespread unemployment, a dangerous hunger crisis, and the burst of several social disputes across the nation. Even though vaccines have started to be approved and distributed, many new variants are arising, and the current vaccines might not be effective to combat the new strains. In case the outbreak aggravates to a much worse level, or if other outbreaks burst over the coming months, it would only take a few more draconian measures or a series of bad decisions from the federal government until we started to see major cities and states rebelling. The idea of spending another year in lockdown without jobs and seeing our living standards tragically deteriorate would make millions of Americans desperate. So, a reality in which countless rebel groups arise across the country isn't that distant, and the growing social turbulence added to a troubled economy would be the perfect recipe for problems. Which lead us to the next topic. Number 2, social agitation and conflict. If there's something we learned over the past year, is that America has multiple groups, movements, and factions ready to fight for a cause. In fact,
This is too much. I'm exhausted.
Hey, Marley. Why don't you walk me through what happened?
I had another panic attack earlier. Can we go over some more grounding techniques?
Any of them don't even need to share the same causes. Collective rage seems to be highly contagious. We're seeing all over the news aggressive demonstrations of discontentment that were taken into the streets and sparked panic and chaos in many big cities. No matter on what side of the story you personally stand, the thing is that we cannot deny how divided and angry our population is right now. And when all sides have very different beliefs about the same narrative, it becomes increasingly harder to keep things under control. In essence, one of the primary aspects that have kept us calmer and friendlier towards each other was the comfort provided by modern society. Remove that out of the picture, and disorder will take over. Number 3, social evolution. Another intriguing viewpoint is one given by Dr. Stephen Kimball of Gettysburg College, who analyzes these matters from a sociological perspective. He affirms that the cultural tipping point is when a society has created too much complexity. At that point, society can no longer afford it. Every previous major civilization in human history in every corner of the world has collapsed due to becoming overly complex, due to bureaucracy. That is to say, eventually, it just won't be worth it to congregate in traditional society. As happened in countless other societal cycles, evolution has prompted conflict. In our modern context, where everyone can isolate themselves into their own personal bubbles with like-minded people, we stopped sharing space and interacting with our local communities. According to the perception of futurists, our physical connections are becoming gradually less relevant than our digital ones. Therefore, our traditional physical borders can be another friction point. Consequently, whether through political conflict, an overly complex bureaucracy, or transcendence into a new way of living, our society will be hard-pressed to maintain the same semblance of cohesion it currently has, says Miller. On top of that, many catalysts could contribute to putting the U.S. on the path of total collapse, such as the ongoing trading dispute with China, which could result in armed or even nuclear conflicts. Severe supply chain disruptions that could worsen the hunger crisis.
Whether you're sharpening your skills,
And even authority abuse and open clashes with the public. Additionally, regardless of whether you believe humans are causing it or not, climate change is causing many natural disasters and aggravating crises all over the planet. In fact, the U.S. forces released a report issuing warnings that the United States could completely collapse by 2039 due to climate change. The report highlights that millions of people would have to relocate, increasing civil tensions, and that natural resources would diminish, which would trigger international conflicts. The weather, we are facing the worsening of the health crisis, social turbulence, or more devastating natural disasters. There are many possible causes for a collapse of the United States. So make sure you keep informed and make a plan to run for the exits if you feel things are about to spiral out of control. As preppers always say, prepare for the worst, and you can only be pleasantly surprised.
Kick this off by giving all honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakadosh Rakah, double honors to the apostles. Well, the Wadi Yahweh Yahweh Shai, first off, for giving us the Holy Spirit, they will come back and do another lesson. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the faithful elect, those slated to be saved from the destruction that's been declared from the beginning in the Bible to come upon the entire globe, primarily America, and to all the wicked inhabitants hereof, and those being slated to be saved being none other than the Israelites, who today are being called so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, West Indians, Seminole Indians, African Americans, Negroes, Black Hebrew Israelites, and Afro people scattered abroad. The men of these people simply teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the men, women, and children of these people who have turned back to their true heritage, which is the true doctrine of the Bible, the way of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, Shalom. So we can go ahead and kick it off with that Ezekiel 3:17.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth.
Yeah, he said, I have made thee a watchman. He didn't say I made dude a watchman. He said, I made thee a watchman.
Come on.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from
And
me.
hear the what?
Hear the word
Mm-hmm.
at my mouth
Mm-hmm.
and give them warning from me.
Yep. Give me hold that real quick. Let me get 1 Peter 1 and 18. 1 and 19. 2 Peter 1 and 19.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
We have also a more sure word.
See, we have a sure word. So he said, hear the word. Why? Because it's a sure word. This word ain't gonna fail, man. This word is gonna be able to establish you when these times that the Lord has declared from the beginning come to pass, man. Real quick, you go ahead and finish that.
God. 1 Peter chapter 1 and 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed,
Yep.
as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn,
All right.
and the day star arise in your hearts.
All right. Let me get Isaiah 45 and real quick. Isaiah 45 and yeah, 45 and yep. Go to 21.
God. This Isaiah chapter 45, verse 21. Tell ye and bring them near. Yeah, let them take counsel together.
Matter of fact, start at 20.
God. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 20. Assemble yourselves and come. Draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nations, that have no knowledge, that set up the wood of their graven image.
They have no knowledge that set up the one time.
God. They have no knowledge,
They have no knowledge. Come on.
that set up the wood of their graven image,
Come on.
and pray unto a power that cannot save,
Read as is.
and pray unto a God that cannot save.
Come on.
Tell ye and bring them near. Yeah, let them take counsel together, who have declared this from ancient time.
So there, these are just going into these other people, man. These people pray to a God that cannot save, man. So those that have escaped to the nations, the only ones that's written to be able to escape is the Israelites, man. The 1/3. All right. Now he has a point here. Come on.
Who have declared this from ancient time? Who have told it
Where you at?
from that time?
Take from top.
God. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 21. Tell ye and bring them near.
Yeah. Tell ye and bring them near. Come on.
Yeah, let them take counsel together. Who have declared this from an ancient time?
Yeah. Who had declared what? One more time.
Who have declared this?
Yeah. Who had declared this, man? It wasn't dude. You see what I'm saying?
God.
It was the Lord, man. He said, who have declared this? Come on.
From ancient time.
From ancient times. All this stuff was declared already, man. You know? You've been getting warning, man. It shouldn't take no somebody's not even reading out the scriptures as, you know, for you to believe it, man. But everything that man mentioned, we can pull out the scriptures tonight. Go ahead.
God. Who have told it from that time? Have not I the Lord?
Yeah, who have told it from that time? You see? Who?
Have not I the Lord?
See? Yeah, I not the Lord Yahweh, man. Because his name not the Lord, his name Yahweh. Alright? Go ahead.
And there is no God else beside me.
And there is no other God besides the Heavenly Father, man. He's the top power. From him come everything, man. Come on.
A just God and a
Read that
Savior.
one more time.
God. And there is no God else beside me. A just God and a Savior.
Yep. See? Ain't no just God out here, you know, that has the righteousness. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no God out here on that level, man. And he's definitely not it's definitely not one that's a savior. You know, dude he could say that, but he can't save you. Come on.
There is none beside me.
Yep, there is none besides him, man. Alright? So that's why he said, hear this word. All right, you can go ahead and jump back to Ezekiel 3:17.
Con. This is Ezekiel chapter.
You can drop to Isaiah and that Peter.
Con. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man,
Yep.
I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
He's made who?
Have made thee
Yep.
a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
And give them what?
Give them warning.
See, he said, give who warning? Give the house of Israel warning, man. He said, get you to the house of Israel, man. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know, that's a warning. This is a warning. You know? He said, give them what?
Give them warning.
Yeah, give them warning. Matter of fact, hold that. Let me get Ezekiel 3 and 3.
Con.
3 and 6, I believe.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse.
Get you to the house of Israel. 3 and let's see real quick. 3. Yeah, 4.
Con. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 4. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel,
So he said, get you into the house of Israel, man. Go ahead.
and speak with my words,
Speak with what?
with my words,
Who words?
my words,
Come on.
unto them.
Yeah, because these are words that's words of warning, man. That's already been declared from the beginning, man. Come on.
For thou art not sent to a people of strange speech
Yep.
and of an hard language.
Yeah, this is for his people, man. You see what I'm saying? Real quick, you go ahead and finish that.
But to the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm. All right, you jump to second Ezra 15, and you can start at 1.
Con, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people
Yep.
the words of prophecy.
The what?
The words.
Yeah, the words of prophecy. See, because these prophecies is going into an event, declaring an event before it happens, man. All right, come on.
Con, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yep. He's gonna put it in his men he set up mouth. It ain't in dude mouth. He just used dude. Come on.
Con, and cause them,
That's why he ain't bringing those scriptures out. Come on.
and cause them to be written in paper,
Mm-hmm.
for they are faithful and true.
But that's why dude is on spot on with everything he was saying, because there's only one vision, man. You see what I'm saying? It says at the end, it shall surely speak and it will not lie, man. You know what I'm saying? It said he created the fruit of the lips. Because there's only one vision. So that's why I lined up. You got it.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Take it from top one time.
Con, 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Which he wants you, his people again, man. His people are the Israelites. Once again, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. West Indians, etc. Seminole Indians, whoever. Come on.
Which I will put in thy mouth.
Not whoever, but, of those people. You know what I'm saying? Because of the technical terms. Come on.
Con, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh.
And it's going to come from your own people that's going to be telling you. So you got so-called black men, Native American Indian men, all so-called black men, but Latino men, West Indian, whatever, telling you things that's going to happen according to the Bible, spot on, before it happens. That's prophecy, man. It's true. All right, go ahead.
Con, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
See? That's it, man. So that's pretty much that, man. All right, we're going to jump back here. Go ahead and go back to that Ezekiel 3 and 17 one time.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Yeah, we ain't esteeming it because the dude that's just speaking what we trying to tell, you people, come on. What the Lord been trying to tell you people, come on.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die.
No, that's it. That's it. So yeah, the Lord said give them warning from him, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So dude was mentioning pretty much everything that's finna happen, man. And that was all declared. First thing first, He said everybody got them divided. Give me that real quick. Matthew 12 and 26. That's prophecy. Alright?
Con, this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Yep.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
Jump at 25.
Con, Matthew chapter 12, verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And Yahushua knew their thoughts
Uh-huh.
and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself,
Every what?
every kingdom,
Just one.
every kingdom.
See? It's like, and he said that. He said it's happened to every kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrase. He said it happened to every damn great society set up in so many words, man. Alright? And that's what the Lord said, man. He said this before that dude was thought of. You know? Matter of fact, let me get St. John 13 and 9.
Con, this is St. John chapter 13, verse 9. Simon Peter said unto him, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. Yahushua said,
No,
say,
Slocky, that ain't it. You could jump 13 and 19, Slocky.
Con, St. John chapter 13, verse 19. Now I tell you before it come.
See, who tells you?
Now I tell you before it come.
Before what come?
Before it come.
Yeah, and that's the vision of all, man. That's all these things do mention are pieces, components to the vision, to the overall vision, to the overall will that the Lord is going to fulfill, man. You know? And this is what? Being spoken through the word. That's why he said, hear the word, man. Alright? So Yahushua came and he spoke it. That's why Yahushua is the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, man. You know? Because it go back to, because all this stuff you're hearing about these events that could possibly occur 3 ways that America could fucking go down. Hey, man, that's all according to prophecy, man. That's meaning it's all according to the word. You see? Which is the spirit of prophecy. The spirit of Yahushua, man. These are the words he declared, and men in his stead, you know, we declare. You can take talk on that.
Con, St. John chapter 13, verse 19. Now I tell you before it come, that when it is come to pass, ye may believe that I am he.
There you go, man. So now you seeing dude bring this, you're like, wait a minute. And you're going to hear according to this word, right? According to Yahweh Shah, this is ancient talk. Okay, that really is him. This really is him that's happening, you know? It's all fulfilling, right? Being fulfilled right before your eyes, man. All right, you got it, brother. Sorry.
Read that again and keep on coming.
You jump back to what you said.
Okay.
You dropped that.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 19, verse 17. It's a lot. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Use that Matthew, brother. 12 and it's like 20, 26, 25. Yeah, 25.
Come. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
And that's what dude said, man. It's apparent to tell, you know. So these are signs that okay, this is how this it, man. It's right before your eyes, man. You know. The only way you couldn't see it is the Lord didn't want you to see it, just so He can destroy you because you was made to be taken and destroyed. You know, but that's being mentioned. All these damn race wars and stuff like that. You go ahead and finish that out real quick.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
See, it's brought to nothing. When you start to see that happen more and more, that's a sign that place is on its way out. And that's what's happening here in America. Go ahead.
And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
See, shall not stand. You know, this is the formula for destruction, man. The vision. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
And if Satan casts out Satan, he is
It don't
divided.
matter if it's Satan. If Satan casting out Satan, come on.
He is divided against himself.
He is divided against himself. You see, he is divided against himself. That's the formula for destruction. That's the formula for something coming to an end, man. You know? Real quick, this is Second Ezra's 9:5. It says, for like all that is made in the world had they beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You know what I'm saying? This is it, man. You know, you just need to just rev up a little bit more, man, and it's over with. You kiss it goodbye, man. Go ahead.
God.
Kiss this place and the unity of this place goodbye, man. You know, you got your NBA players talking about some Black Lives Matter on their shirt, on their jerseys, but yet they still have to play. You know, that's complete division, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no damn way that the NBA on this way out, man. They doing everything they can to try to erase the division. You know, they want to change, drop mascot names. They want to change, old food branding. You know what I'm saying? Because it's pretty much a discrimination to, the Israelites, man. But yet, united we stand, divided we fall. You see what I'm saying? Well, it's too late for that. It's too late to try to apply that wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, hold that real quick. Let me get Proverbs 19:27. You know? So it said all that is made in the world got a beginning and an end. And the end, hey, when it's around, it's clear, you know? And how did the Lord say things end? By not applying the wisdom of not being divided, man. Come on.
This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 27. Cease, my son.
Cease. You see? This is what you want to see. Put a cease to. Come on.
Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that cause it to err.
You see? And that's the wrong wisdom, man. That's the wisdom of this world. The wisdom that you're supposed to have is not being divided. So this is why this is written. One more time.
God. Proverbs 19:27. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that cause it to err from the words of knowledge.
So there it is, man. It's going to cause you to err. If you're not applying this, not being divided, you're going to err, man. And you're going to be what? You're going to be brought to desolation. Real quick, give me Baruch 4. You can drop that 19 and I got it. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. This Baruch. For 1, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Basham Yahushua and the law that endured forever. See, this is what's going to stand the test of time, man. The ways of Yahweh Basham Yahushua. It says, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So America's finna die, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. You can jump back to that Matthew 12 and 26.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 26.
Or whatever you left off at.
Yep, that's it. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Yeah, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. Come on.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
How shall then his kingdom stand? See that? And we know damn well the so-called white man, that's talking about him, man. Because he got Satan working with him. Go ahead.
And if I by Beelzebul cast out devils.
Is that it on that verse?
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, that was it.
Got it.
You can jump back. Let's go ahead and jump back to that second Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15 and so yeah, man. So that's what you're seeing. You're seeing these goddamn uproars of these people. 15 and 16.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition amongst men.
Yep.
And invading one another.
And that's what you got all these enticing movies for people to go against each other. Like the Lord had the movie what's that damn movie called? Queen and Slim come out. He wants he's working on the mind of these people. You see what I'm saying? He's working on the minds of these people. He's stirring up their spirits real quick. Let me get what's that? Nehemiah 1 and 3, I believe it is. You know, because the Lord, he stirs up spirits. He's the one doing all this. So that movie that came out, you know, that was a sedition in which was to prompt, you know, you Israelites out there to, you know, pretty much go against this place, man. You know, that movie highlighted the division that, you know, it's always been here. Yeah, one in, that ain't one, that's, Ezra. Give me Ezra 1.
Ezra.
Yeah, Ezra chapter 1. And 1. Yeah, Ezra. You know? So the Lord, he jumped on these people's hearts, man. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
It's Ezra chapter 1, verse 1. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord, Yahweh, by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled.
See? That the what? That the word of the Lord, of Yahweh, might be fulfilled. The word is what's being fulfilled right now. You know, the word is what's happening. As always, since the ancient times. See that? Come on.
God. By the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord, Yahweh, stirred up the spirit.
The Lord Yahweh did what?
Stirred up the spirit.
He stirred up the spirit, come on.
Of Cyrus, king of Persia.
Of Cyrus, the king of Persia, man. And that's, you know, what's been going on since the ancient times. It's going to continue to go on. Give me Proverbs, you can drop that. Give me Proverbs 23 and 1.
God. It's Proverbs chapter 23, verse 1. When thou sittest to
21, I believe.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh.
The king's heart is what?
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh.
It's in the hand. See? That's how whoever the king is, man. So, you know, the director of your goddamn movie, you see? Whoever's in control, you know, Lord, you know, he has them on speed down, man. Like, nah, do this. You see what I'm saying? So, pretty much, you go ahead and finish that.
God. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh.
Yeah, the mind, come on, the will, the desire. You see, okay, I want to do this. Because when you go into that word alive, you get desire. Come on.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever.
When you go to that word heart, it's lav in the Hebrew, and the meaning right there, in this case, will be desire, man. Come on.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
And that's likened unto a director that's in charge of a movie, man. He could be the king, and he got desires on how he wants the film to play out, man. You see what I'm saying? And it talks about how the Lord sealed the man instructions in Job 36th chapter, man. All right? And pretty much, I say all that just to say, he stirred up the spirit of the director of Queen and Slim, and that movie did nothing but highlight the division that's already been going on, but it was furthering that, and it was pretty much a sedition, man, and enticing to further separate. You see, to further be divided. All right, you got it, brother. You could jump back to that second Ezra 15 and 16.
Okay. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16.
That's right.
For there shall be sedition among men.
See, that's prophecy. That's what's going to be fulfilled, man. Come on.
And of invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
So there it is, man. Hold that real quick. Let's jump back to show that this word is being fulfilled as we live, man. Isaiah 55 and 11.
God. This Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
So shall my word. See? Meaning this word, man. Once again, so shall my word be. Exactly how it's written up, that's how it's going to come forth, man. What he want, what he said will happen, that's what's gonna come. That's what's gonna come to be, man. That's what's gonna pull up. The Lord say family pestilence. He said if he say nation gonna be divided against nation, that's gonna pull up, man. And it has pulled up. You got it, brother.
God. Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void,
Yeah, the Lord don't speak for no reason. Come on.
but it shall accomplish that which I please.
Yep. So the Lord, he don't sell wolf tickets, man. That's the, Jake like said in the world, man. He don't cap, as Jake like to say. All right, go ahead.
And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Yeah, the Lord's not a procrastinator, man. All right. He's not a procrastinator. Matter of fact, let me get that. Give me Ezekiel in the 12th chapter. 12 and 21.
This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and 21. And the word of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand.
The what?
The days are at hand.
They are. It's going on right now, man. Come on.
And the effect of every vision.
See, everything. See, the Lord, he not procrastinated, man. He don't cap. He don't sell no wolf tickets. He don't do none of that, man. Everything that's in this book is what's giving you the life you see, the reality that you might be trying to escape from. You know, it's the reality existing around you, whether you can see it or not, man. And you Jakes, you just hard headed, man. All right, go ahead. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Come on.
Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 24. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord.
Yeah, you got it.
For I am the Lord. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak.
Where you at?
25.
Go ahead and finish this.
The word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more prolong. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the point was in 23. It's good too, though. You can jump back to 15 and 16. You can drop that. So yeah, man, the Lord, it's happening, man. You know, he said that for thou shall be sedition. You seeing all these damn movies coming out, all these you got actors being exposed, you got the damn the insurrection, January 6th. That's more sedition, man. You know, they said, Trump, he pretty much pushed that forward, man. But that's getting America more in that spirit, that Batman spirit. Come on.
God.
That Joker spirit. Come on.
2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
See? And then so that's it, man. So that's outright division, man. You know, ain't nobody gonna be dealing with each other. Give me Matthew 24 and 12, I believe that is.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And that's all you seeing, man. You seeing the love of many wax cold, man. People divided, man. Shorty got laid. She got put down in that damn Capitol. You know what I'm saying? Blew her ass away. You know? Because that's, the Lord says word gonna prosper, man. He terrible. Because y'all got the Lord twisted, man. Y'all worship the creation more than the creator, man. You know? Every man will do his own damn thing. And the Lord finna get you Jakes too. Go ahead. So yeah, the dude, that's right, man. That, these are outright divisions. Now we're gonna go into the next part. He said the best thing that another thing that's probably gonna happen is people gonna take their own, they're gonna just separate from the government basically. And they're gonna do their own thing. Well, that's right here. Go back to that, brother.
Con, this is Matthew chapter 20.
Second Ezra's.
Con, Salah.
You good.
This is second Ezra,
15 and 16.
verse 15, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor
That's
princes.
it. See, these multiple prophecies in one. You see seditions, invading one another, and then you got not regarding your kings, man. And once again, they're the kings. See that? Those are the people in charge, man. You see what I'm saying? And then it tell you in the scriptures, if a ruler hearken to lies, his servants are wicked, man. So this place is about, like, who's the king right now? Joe Biden. He's pushing out this. You could just basically do whatever the hell you want to do and be in this place, man. And that's what's gonna happen, man. You see what I'm saying? Them the people you created. Damn dummy. All right. See, y'all, you leaving y'all. Even though the book wasn't given to you for you to deal with. You the outright devil. All right. But that's how we know this is gonna happen, because the people in charge, they hearken to lies. You know, things that don't work, but they esteem it as this gonna work. That's a lie. You see what I'm saying? You can't be what you want to be. You were born what you were born as, and that's just that. It's just that. Something simple as that. But they like, nah, that ain't true. You see what I'm saying? Boys can have periods too. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, man. And that's just the reality of the matter. So everybody that's others place that's mingled in the midst of you pretty much that crooked ass perverse spirit gonna cling on under you, man. You gonna do whatever the hell you want to do, man. Real quick, give me no, in fact, we ain't gotta get it. You know, but that's also prophecy, man. These people gonna just be on their own thing. Matter of fact, we gotta get it. 2 Timothy 3 and 1.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
This know also that in the last days,
Got it. What days?
in the last days,
Mm-hmm.
perilous times shall come.
Yeah, see, in the last days, perilous times shall come. These are dangerous times. Come on. Dangerous point, come on.
Con, for men shall be lovers of their own selves.
See, everybody gonna be on their own thing. See, that's prophecy, man. You see that? It's your way. You see what I'm saying? It's your way. Or the highway. My way or the highway. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe been getting pushed since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They've been pushing that out here, man. Let me get you can finish the verse.
Okay.
But after that we could get I'm gonna call it if I forget. Jeremiah the 18th chapter.
Okay.
11. Matter of fact, 15.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents,
That's cool.
unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, see, unholy. If you unholy, that means you ain't about this word. You doing your own thing. Well, that's the times. That's how the end days are said to be. That's what dude said. Everybody going to be doing their own thing. That's what's written. That's the word. See that, and it's being fulfilled. But we're gonna see that heightened though. We ain't really seeing that height. People are still up there, praise. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get bad out here, man. Cause really, we still the moral compass that's left for this place, man. Once we remove, cause that's the next thing we're gonna get that he spoke on. He spoke about the power going out. That's gonna turn into what? The famine of the word, man. Go ahead, bro.
15, 17.
Mm-hmm.
Con, this
Know
is
where you at?
Jeremiah.
No, 18.
So like
18 and 15.
this is Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 15. Because my people have forgotten me, they have burned incense to vanity.
Matter of fact, let me see. Started 12.
Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, there is no hope, but we will walk after our own
You
devices.
see that? That's it, man. That's how people think, man. That's how Jake think. You know, and Jake is the influence of the damn earth. Everybody, that's all you see. You just, if you want to have rainbow hair, everybody got rainbow hair now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about being who you actually are. You can literally become what you want to be. Like if you want your hair blonde, you could just, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're an Israelite, you should look like an Israelite. If you were so-called whatever, you should look like a so-called whatever. But you could just recreate yourself and you become this defaulted player known as an American. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be no longer be a Muslim, you're gonna dress like, you know, the culture that's been influenced by the Israelites here in America. You know, some fucking, you know, hip hop, some fake ass evolved form of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop was pretty much a lifestyle. Which is seen in people's, you know, everyday walk, man. You know what I'm saying? From the part to the point of how they dress. You got niggas that's so-called Muslims. They dressing like Famous Dex in them, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's the vibration of this place, man. That's prophecy. That's all it is. So everybody gonna literally do their own thing, like the man said, man. You can finish that, bro.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah chapter 18, verse 12. And they said there is no hope, but we will walk after our own devices, and we will every one do the imagination of his evil heart.
Whose evil heart?
Of his evil heart.
Mm-hmm. So everybody in their goddamn imagination right now. Let me get you can drop that. Get Sirach in the 37th chapter. And the 3rd verse, I believe it is.
God.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sirach chapter 37, verse 3. O wicked imagination, which camest thou in to cover the earth with deceit.
When it was time for the words to start being fulfilled, man. See? You in imagination land. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just, this shit is bad, man. Like, it's clear. You know what I'm saying? It's too clear. You got to brother this more on that, on the verse.
Oh, that's it.
Mm-hmm. You can go back. 2nd Ezra 15.
God. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions,
Now, whose actions?
of their actions, shall stand in their power.
See, that's it, man. That's that shit right, man. It's we ain't seen nothing yet, really. It's basically, we're gonna see anarchy, man. It's gonna be some real weak of greatness shit going on out here, man. You know? It's gonna be bad. But we're gonna be protected, man. We're gonna be in perfect peace, man. You know, and the Lord in six troubles, the Lord's gonna deliver us. You know, those that you know, keep our mind on the Lord, man. You know, that sign and crime. You're gonna get that mark, man. That spiritual mark. You know, this shit ain't right, man. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Just balance this out real quick. Ezekiel 9. 9 and 6, I believe. Yeah, I think you start the previous verse.
God.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Matter of fact, started, I think it's like 4, 9, and you started, oh shit, I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, you started, 4, that's it.
God, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him,
Matter of fact, start at 3.
God,
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the glory of the heavenly Father of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Yeah, the mist, see? Like, it pretty much where it's cracking at, you know what I'm saying? Basically the heart, the core, man. You know, the depths, come on.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry.
You really told him, like, really go in that mud. You know what I'm saying? And do what?
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men.
And I believe that word right there is, I think it's kwai, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the one. You got it.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
See? And what's that mark for? That mark is for, you know, an exemption. I think that's, no, not to quai, tawa. But anyway, a tawa. And that's the sign of exemption from judgment, man. You see? And the Lord, you don't want the Lord's judgment, man. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to deal with the Lord's judgment. Matter of fact, real quick, give me Zephaniah 3 and 5. You can drop that Ezekiel. That Ezekiel that you just read at 9. Zephaniah 3 and 5.
Con, this is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5.
And brothers, you can post that word in the Hebrew, tawa. Go ahead. Or tawa, slaki.
Con, Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof.
Mm-hmm. See? They're going to miss it. See that?
Mhm.
Really in it. Come on.
He will not do iniquity.
He really in it. Like, he really here. Like, where it's like really at. Like, that's where the Lord at. You know? That's why he said go into highways and byways, man. Come on.
Con,
Because you people ain't got no damn excuse. He right there. The word coming out, man. Come on.
the just Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai
It's what?
is in the midst thereof.
Mm-hmm.
He will not do iniquity.
Yep, he ain't gonna do nothing wrong. Come on.
Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light.
See, niggas getting judged every morning, man. Come on.
He faileth not.
He fell it not. See? The Lord, hey man. He don't procrastinate. Come on.
But the unjust knoweth no shame.
See? And thus showing you that's bad judgment. Because you got two sides of judgment, man. You see what I'm saying? And we understand that. So that's why he said set a mark on them, that sigh and cry. For the, the crap that's going on in the midst, man. We don't want nothing to do with the Lord's judgment, man. Real quick, let me get you could drop that Sirach 1. Sirach 1. 1 in I think like 22. Matter of fact, 1 and 14. I believe that is.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
This is Sirach chapter 1, verse 14.
Matter of fact, 13. That's it.
Sirach chapter 1, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last.
At the what?
At the last.
Come on.
And he shall find favor in the day of his death.
See? And that's the day of judgment, man. See that? So when death is out, you're going to find favor. You're going to have, you see what I'm saying? That's what that mark is for. So that's why let's go right back there real quick. That Ezekiel 9. You know? 9 and 4.
Con.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
go through the midst of the city,
Mm-hmm.
through the midst of
See
Jerusalem,
the Lord in the mix, man. Come on.
and set a mark upon the foreheads
Uh-huh.
of the men that sigh and that cry
Yep.
for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that's what we doing. We sign and we crying. You see what I'm saying? According to Isaiah the 58th chapter. He said, matter of fact, get that real quick off the shot. That's just for some balance. Because they ain't just bringing out, there's just so much destruction coming in. Well, who's gonna be saved? Well, we reading it out, man. We bringing it out. Those that sigh and cry. So what's crying according to the scriptures? 58 and 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Cry aloud,
Uh-huh.
spare not.
And when you go into that word cry, it means read. It means recite. We bring out the words. You see what I'm saying? We in the words of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. Why? Because this is the only way to separate from this fucking place, man. And there's just wicked shit going on, bro. Go ahead.
Con. Cry aloud, spare not.
Uh-huh.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet,
That's right.
and shew my people their
And
transgression.
you see the ultimate form of crying through the men that go out on the highways and hedges, man. In truth and sincerity. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob their sins.
See? And how we do that with the word. See that? Mm-hmm. So that's how you know the word right there is going into, reading and reciting, man. And we doing it in a with a certain value, with a certain disposition. And that's like some bullshit going on. You niggas gotta get right. And we out here persuading. Give me 2 Corinthians, you can drop that 2 Corinthians 5 and 11.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord.
See, doing what?
Knowing.
You see, we know, man. We know. Because we done read, man. We understand. Come on, the Lord dealing with us. Come on.
Knowing therefore the
Grace
terror.
and mercy, yo. Come on.
God. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai,
Amen.
we persuade men.
We try to persuade you because we know how the Lord get down, man. He ain't nothing to play around with. So that's our disposition. Like, yo, bro, the Lord gonna, you know what I'm saying? So we come out in that matter. Because it's going down, whether you see it or not. You can drop that. Give me Job 12 and I think it's 14. Job 12 and 14. Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 12, verse 14. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built again.
Matter of fact, nah, I want that. Jump down to where it say the deceived and the deceiver are his. Should be right there. 12 and 16.
Job chapter 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
So if you can't see it, the Lord did that too. Everything for being fulfilled. All right, let's jump back to where we was. That second Ezra's. So that's pretty much it, man. We know what the hell going on, and that's pretty much. Oh, go back to that slide.
It's all right.
It's all right. What? Nah, not that. That Ezekiel 9 one more time. I gotta read through that. Start at 4 one time, bro. So, you know.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after
So
him.
the Lord said, go right where these mothers at, because I don't want them to have no excuses. That's why he said, go ye therefore into the highways and byways, man. You see what I'm saying? And bid them. Repent for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
And to go, and to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity.
Yep, and that's the tale of the Lord we trying to tell you people about, man. You Israelites. Everybody else that don't get that mark, you gonna have that. You have that spiritual mark if you sign the crime, man, for the abomination that's going on, man. You see what I'm saying? You despise the oppression, the gain of oppression, man. You see what I'm saying? You don't desire the evil man's neck. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to end on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you just vexed. You're going to have that spiritual mark. Spiritual mark meaning what? Exempt from the judgment that's going forth. That dumb niggas can't seem to just grasp that the Lord is not fucking playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's taking place right in front of everybody's eyes, man. All right? And the Lord is not a respecter of persons. Let's hear it. Come on.
Ezekiel 9 and 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
The Lord don't give a fuck, bro. If you look, he don't do iniquity. He give you just what you've been given. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't, that's like cruel. If I put 1 and 1 and I keep getting 1, how the hell, you know what I'm saying? That's like a sick joke. I'm putting $1 with another dollar, but yet I end up with $1. You plant some shit, something grows. Lord, he literally, you know what I'm saying? He ain't cruel like that. You're cruel if you think you're not to get anything back. What type of sick ass imaginative world would that be, man? Imaginative world. That ain't reality, man. Go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Woo! See that? So that's it, man. So that's the beauty of it. So we about to just see, you know, it happen around us, according to Psalms, the 91st chapter. You can jump back to that second Ezra 15 and 16 one more time.
In 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
And that's what's gonna happen, man. These people are eventually gonna lean completely on their own way. It's gonna be anarchy out here. Next thing the dude said was what? Power gonna go out, man. You see what I'm saying? 1 Peter 4:7, brother. That's on the Lord's radar. You know? That could be how we get what? And that's gonna cause what? The famine of the word, man. But let's hear if the Lord touches on your power going the fuck out, man. Let's hear it.
This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7.
You having access to power. Come on.
But the end of all things
See?
is at hand.
Ain't you having power a thing? Ain't that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In an apartment complex, a house, a condominium, a skyscraper. You know what I'm saying? A damn socket, you know, a charging port at the mall. Ain't that a thing? One more time, bro.
Kind. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayers.
So that's it. The Lord's touching, he's touching power, man. And that's going to bring what? Amos 8:11.
Cons. Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread,
And there go again. See that? Come on.
nor a thirst for water, but of the hearing of the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
And this what's one way what's way you're used to hearing this? That's the thing now to hear the word. What's the thing now that allows you to hear the word? Internet access, man. But that take power. You see that? So if power go out, ain't no, you see what I'm saying? We seen how it happened. Power cut right off. Zoop. Only reason that we kept running, because we had the internet running off, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and the computer was still charged. But once them juices gone, it's over with, man. You know? It's over with. So that's written to happen, man. What's something else he spoke on? You know, the Rome, let's get that real quick. Revelation 13 and 13 and started, I think, matter of fact, started 12.
God.
We started 11.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the north, out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb.
Now this go back to this go back to Rome. Rome had, you know, a system set up when they went from being operating off a monarch, which is the king, and he went the hell off because he had a pretty much a rape situation going on or whatever. They pretty much that brought forth them setting up the pretty much what's known today as the Democrats versus the Republicans. But back then they called it the patres, you know what I'm saying? It's like the plebeians and the patricians. But that's what patricians is come from, the patres, the fathers, you know what I'm saying, who are esteemed people. So those are like the well-off people. And then you got the plebeians, which is pretty much your common people. You see, those that don't have some elite family member that's a part of those men. You see what I'm saying? So that's where you get that concept from. So this is talking about Rome, man. You know, because today, you read it one time.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon.
You see, he had two horns like a lamb. Come on.
And he spake as a dragon.
Keep going.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
See? So and then what you notice, it's on the same damn animal, man. It's two horns on one animal, which is a lamb, but really it was a wolf in sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying? Or a dragon in sheep clothing. You know, just an abominable, you know, just highly intelligent and vast creature. You see what I'm saying? Creation. See that? And that's Rome. That's exactly how Rome was. Rome, they had a military that was pretty much wiping out every goddamn thing on earth, man. And the way they did it was so advanced and intelligent. You know, after they whoop your ass, they recruit you. You see what I'm saying? And thus, they were setting up a new world order, but they ended up falling. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna happen to this place. But so what this is going into, this is Rome all over again, man. And you take from top and just read through Rome.
God.
You close out after this.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and he had 2 horns like a lamb,
Mm-hmm.
and he spake as a dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and he exercised all the powers of the first beast before him,
And all the power of the first beast before him. You see, come on.
and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Yep. And meaning what? This damn place, this nigga was reinvented, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And
Rome. Mm-hmm.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come
And
down.
then it says that he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. So everything Rome did, right? Because Rome, they took, when they conquered Greece, the original Greeks was the Etruscans, and their original language was Latin. When Greece took over after, you know, Alexander, the Diadochi, and them failed, Rome picked up their customs. You see what I'm saying? They picked up Latin, you know, and that's makes so much sense because fast forward closer to this time period, what was the word that who heavily has that Latin, you know, language tied to them? So-called white man. You see what I'm saying? Everything's based off Latin. You see that? Because the first beast, you see the beast, the previous beast of this place, that this place is emulating, spoke Latin. You see what I'm saying? Latin was the language of Rome, man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it definitely was the language of Rome. And this, everything with the language we speak here in America, it ties back to Latin so fucking hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same language that was pretty much given to the Northern Kingdom. You know? By who? The so-called white man. See that? And the so-called white man goes back to who? Them Romans. See that? Alright, you got it.
God.
So that's that, man. Come on.
Revelation 13 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Yeah, and that's just going into this place of this is a pretty much accomplishment that Rome did hit. That's going into those nukes right here, man. You see what I'm saying? That different technology. Come on.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
With the technology. And that goes into the next thing he was talking about. Another way that this place is gonna go out is people can't, the reality gonna disappear. You know, you're gonna have virtual bots, people laying down bot, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This shit is crazy, man. These damn phones. And people think you crazy for not having a phone. Go ahead, bro.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
What you live under a rock, yeah. I was sitting wondering like how I miss all this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of shit I ain't know about. I was sitting thinking like, man, how did I not know about this? I'm like, that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I just sincerely, there's a bunch of shit I have no clue about. Like the nigga, for example, I won't even say it. Yeah, I won't even say it. You got it, bro.
God. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live.
Yep. See, that's beautiful. And we can go into this, but we ain't gonna go into it now. It's all good. You keep going.
And he had power to that the
that they worship. Come on.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Yep. And that's pretty much how Rome was getting the fuck down, man. You know what I'm saying? You got that's how America getting down. You know? So this is talking about America, man. And actually he compared, by the Spirit, he compared Rome to America. And Rome fell. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it, man. And then eventually we know it's gonna bring that damn RFID chip. So we ain't gonna go into breaking this Revelation 13, chopping down and all that. That's pretty much it. And the Lord, hey man, he done gave people warning on everything that's gonna fucking come to this place. So I got I think a couple more. Get brother, if you can, get Jeremiah 44 and 13. And this already happened, but it's spiritual because this is spiritual. You got it, Slot.
This is Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 13. For I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword.
Yep. And that's all these goddamn people. See that? Come on.
By the sword, by the famine, and by pestilence.
And then it's really the Lord telling Jake back then, you can try to, they was trying to flee to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm going to get you just how I got you in Jerusalem. You see, but that's spiritual, that this is said, because this America is spiritual Egypt all over goddamn again, man. You know? Yeah, you damned by God for that, man. This place carried the spirit of Egypt, man. You know, America literally means bitter, all right? Which goes back to Egypt again. So that's pretty much it. Got anything, bro?
That's it.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close this out. You know, I think I have one more. 27. Let me see. Yeah, it's cool. We just close out on that. So that's it, man. Hey, the Lord said all these things when they come to pass, man. You know, matter of fact, get 2nd Ezra 16, bro. 16 and 30, I think that is.
Sorry.
Yeah, it started. What's the last one? 15. Start at 36. Matter of fact, 35.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 35. Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
Yep. See, they can't declare. Dude can't declare. We believe in his word. The Lord just showing us, you know, with him, like, I got everybody, you know what I'm saying, focusing on what I said already, you know? Come on.
Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack.
We keep going.
As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Contractions. You know what I'm saying? The moment before the birth comes. You see what I'm saying? Big signs that the birth is about to happen. You see what I'm saying? What's the birth? The fucking destruction of this place, man. Go ahead.
Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn.
See?
And sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
How many sides?
On every side.
That's why this shit going down. Japan, Russia, Paris, you know what I'm saying? America, come on.
O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth.
So that's pretty much it. We're gonna stop right there. I got one more that I do want to bring out to close this out. I'll just say this. Pretty much the Lord, you know, he got us, man. You know, so he's finna bring all these words, and it's hey man, it's Amos 9 and 8. Amos 9 and 8. And as the scriptures say, this is the Lord's doing. It's marvelous in our eyes. We seeing the, you know, the fireworks front row seat, man. And he said that only with thine eyes shall thou see all this shit get ready to happen.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, are upon the sinful kingdom,
See, and that's America. Come on,
and I will destroy it.
destroy what?
And I will destroy it.
See, that's the difference between the destruction that's coming upon the entire globe. It's gonna like this place is gonna be eradicated. You can't live here no more after this. Come on.
And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
See, he ain't say the earth. He said from off the face of the earth. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna be inhabitable anymore for you so-called humans. Come on.
Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob,
See that?
saith the Lord.
That's it, man. So we gonna make it, man. We're gonna see the desires of our enemy. Lord willing, we be the elect. We're gonna go ahead and close out. Give all honor, praise, and glory to Heavenly Father in the name of His Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahakodash Rakah.
Hey, till next time, Shalom. And a while to the brothers on the comment board, man.